guys, welcome back to another reading vlog. Today is Sunday and I am really excited for this reading vlog. I've got a lot to read. My main focus for this reading vlog is going to be Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tommy Adeyemi. I just finished Children of Blood and Bone today actually, and now I need to listen to book 2 because that is our Muggle Studies book club pick that was for December and January, but we are now February, and our live show is going to be February 5th, this upcoming Wednesday. So I need to get a move on and read this book. So I will be listening to the audiobook of it, and the book cover is gorgeous. I don't know if you can see it, if it'll focus, but that is beautiful. Oh my goodness. So this audiobook is 13 hours and roughly 30 minutes, which is so much shorter than Children of Blood and Bone. That audiobook was close to 18 hours long. So I'm hoping I can get a huge chunk of it listened to today, especially if I'm listening to it at 2 times speed. Maybe I can get it listened to in under 7 hours, which would be fantastic. And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot going on, and I'm really curious. I hope we kind of just like jump into this book, like hit the ground running and just go. I also want to physically read a book as I'm listening to my audiobook, and I am between 2 right now. The first book I have is The Truants by Kate Weinberg, and I was recently sent this book by Penguin Random House, so thank you so much for sending this my way. I did request this back in 2019, and I'm really excited that they sent it to me. This is a murder mystery thriller set in college, and it just sounds so good. I love settings set in college, and I am also wanting to get more into thriller, so this sounds like it might be like a new adult thriller, and I'm really excited, like murder mystery. So I have high hopes for this one, and I'm really excited. And the next book that I have been meaning to pick up that Hannah's been kind of like on me about reading is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I started this book last year and I got about 20 pages in. You can see my bookmark. I'm on page 20, and I need to just read it. Like, this won't take me long. This is an adult romance, and it is, I mean, it's still like 400 pages actually, so it still has quite a bit of pages, but I have a feeling this one would read so quickly, so that is another choice. I also really want to continue on with the book series that I got for Hannah, so that is another option. I need to actually buy them. I've been kind of wanting to like reread the book that I sent her, but I realized I don't have it because I sent it to her. Right now, I think I am going to start listening to Children of Virtue and Vengeance, and then maybe pick up The Truants. We'll see. We'll see which one I feel like reading, and I will update you guys later. Hey guys, so it is a few days later, and I wanted to give you an update on my reading progress. Tomorrow is our live show for Children of Virtue and Vengeance, and I have definitely gotten some good progress done over the last couple of days. I am more than halfway through. I have about 6 hours left remaining, and I'm listening to it at 2 times speed, so really I have like 3 hours left, but I have to be honest, I am not liking this book. Yeah, I don't like it. If it wasn't for the live show, to be honest, I think I would DNF it. I am just so annoyed at the characters. I can't stand them. And a lot of times, I'm usually okay with annoying characters. Maybe my patience is wearing thin, but it's just so bad. Like, I love some good character development. We all do. Like, we all love character development. That is like a huge thing. And one of the things I loved about Children of Blood and Bone is that there was phenomenal character development, especially with Zaylee and Amari. It was so great. I loved seeing the struggle between doing what's right and revenge and avenging people, and when to fight, when not to fight, when to use restraint and stuff like that. And I love that. I thought it was a great message, and I adored the character development. And then In this book, not only do we not have any development so far, and the characters are essentially one-dimensional, we're just basically undoing everything that was done in the first one. There is honestly nothing good that I can say about the characters, except for Amari. She's still my favorite, and I see where she's coming from. She's still lacking development. She's still very, very much one-dimensional, but she's the least annoying of all of them. And honestly, probably my second favorite character, or like my favorite characters, are the side characters, not the main ones. So, I don't know. I'm just very, very disappointed, to be honest. This book is falling flat for me. I hope Hannah's having a better experience than I am. I actually Snapchatted her asking how she thought, and she says she's like struggling, that she's not liking it that much, but she says that a lot is about to happen. So I'm really curious to see like what else is going to happen. Also, the pacing is really slow. Like, I feel like nothing's happened. Like, the book started off great. It just hit the ground running. Amazing action scene at the very beginning, and then it just like these just last. I don't know how big the book is, so I don't know how many pages, but these last like 5 hours have just been so just annoying. I'm just so frustrated. So yeah, anyways, that is really it for this update. I haven't done any more reading. I've kind of been procrastinating a lot and watching a lot of YouTube and Netflix. I kind of fell down the rabbit hole of the Great British Baking Show, so I've just been watching a lot of that. So I haven't been reading that much, and I haven't picked up like a physical book yet. I've just been listening to Children of Virtue and Vengeance, and it's honestly putting me in a reading slump because I'm just like, I mean, I have to keep listening. I only have one more day left to listen to it, so I really need to like get on that. So yeah, that is it for this update. I hope that I am going to like this book a lot more in the next, you know, I have maybe like a third of it left. So I really hope this last third is really good, and I will update you guys later, hopefully with a better update. Hey guys, so today is Thursday. It is the day after our live show of Children of Virtue and Vengeance. I will leave that link down below if you're interested in going to see it and kind of seeing our thoughts on spoilers and everything. But unfortunately, my thoughts on this book since my last update, if you haven't seen our live show yet, hasn't changed. I didn't like this book. I will say the ending, definitely a lot happens at the very end as far as the plot. It progresses and it definitely ends on a cliffhanger. I will give her that. I feel like she has great like plot. If you were to essentially write out everything that happens like on a timeline in a plot, I think that there's a great story. The magic system is so cool. We dive a lot deeper into the magic system in this book with like the different magis and the different types and how it's linked to the gods and like colors, and I mean you know what I mean about the colors if you've read it, but it's so cool. It's unlike anything that I've ever really read before, and I feel like there's a lot of background information on the magic system. It's not just like, bam, there's magic, you know, like in Harry Potter, which is great. I love Harry Potter. Like, magic is magic, but magic has to have rules, and that's what makes like for a good story and good plot. And that's like the biggest thing with fantasy that can really make or break you, is magic has to have rules. And I think it definitely does follow its rules, a lot of like balances in this book. So I will give it that, but the characters are just they hinder this book so much, which is so disappointing because she wrote great characters in the first one, and there are some really good characters in this book. Like, the villain is, I mean, you have emotions towards the villain. You absolutely hate this character. So you know that she can write a good villain. And she has some really good, like Rowan is kind of a side character and he's fantastic. Like, I think all books need to have pirates. I need to read more books with pirates now. We actually mentioned that in our live show. So that is like one redeeming quality as far as like the characters. But honestly, all of the other characters, Amari, I still really enjoyed. I think that she was really the only one that was potentially like had good intentions, in my opinion. It just, Zaylee was so annoying. And I don't want to go into too much detail because this is the second book in a series and I don't want to like spoil anything from Children of Blood and Bone. A lot of the characters were just little bitches and just so annoying. And I just, no lessons learned, no development. Like, shit happened on top of just things just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And instead of these characters learning from their mistake and trying to grow things that we thought that we got through in Children of Blood and Bone, like I thought we were over this cattiness and it got worse in my opinion. So yeah, I didn't like it. I'm between giving it a 2.5 and a 3 out of 5 stars. I think I'm gonna rate it a 3 because the magic system is so cool and the world, and I think it's very unique and the plot itself is great. But I can't give it higher than a 3 because of the characters, and it is just so weak and the pacing was really off. Like for the first, I don't know, maybe 13 hours of the audiobook, not a lot happened. Well, a lot stuff happened, but it wasn't like till the very, very end where like everything happened. And I remember I was Snapchatting Hannah before the live show and I was just telling her how I'm just like getting so disappointed and I'm just getting bogged down with like all of the annoyances of the characters. And I was like, I mean, how much can there really be left? I only had a few more hours, a couple more hours to listen to. She was almost done. She essentially had like 30 minutes left of the audiobook and she was like, oh my gosh, so much happens in like the last like essentially fourth of the book, like the last few hours of the book. Like all of this crap happens and like shit hits the fan and it's like it just the world essentially erupts with like plot and chaos. Where was that in like the first 10 hours of the book? I'm really frustrated. Anyways, I didn't like it. I'm trying to be objective about it, which is why I think I'm gonna give it a 3 on Goodreads, but I am gonna personally rate it like a 2.5. If there were 0.5 starring on Goodreads, I would give it a 2.5. But I don't necessarily think it's I don't think it's bad enough to warrant a 2, but it's definitely not higher than a 3. In my opinion. Let me know down below. Let me know if you enjoyed it a lot more, but I feel like the consensus, I was doing some research and watching people's reviews and reading reviews, and most people didn't like this one compared to the first one, and I'm really iffy if I'm gonna pick up the third one. I think the plot might be really, really great. Just the way it ended, I feel like the plot might be, I'm very curious with like what's gonna happen in the third one. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I mean, the second one just came out, so I've got some time to think about it, but yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. So right now I do want to pick up another book because I want to read something that I want to enjoy. So I think I'm going to pick up The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I want to get myself out of this book slump, so I think this would be a really good one to pick up right now. I read Twice in a Blue Moon by Christina Lauren and it was okay. I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5 stars. It was cute. Not my favorite adult romance, but everyone has been raving about this and Hannah has been on me about reading it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this one and then I will update you guys later. Hey guys, so today is Monday, so I think this reading vlog is probably going to be a 2-week long reading vlog or maybe a week and a half. I tried to do the weeklies, but honestly, sometimes I don't have enough content depending on how busy I am at work. So anyways, it's later on in the evening. It's about 9 o'clock and I'm getting ready for bed. I have to be up really early for work tomorrow. So I just thought I would give you an update. I have made myself some sleepy time tea. So that's nice and soothing. And plus it's freezing outside. I don't know where the winter like came from, but it was in
the 70s and 80s this weekend, and then all of a sudden it just dropped to the 30s this afternoon. So I don't know where it came from. But I wanted to give you guys an update on my reading progress. So last I updated you, I was planning on picking up The Unhoneymooners, and I did restart it. I got essentially the same place as I did last time, about 20 pages in. I think I'm gonna put down The Unhoneymooners and start Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. So this is the book that Hannah sent me for our book swap. So if you haven't seen my unboxing of the package she sent me, I will link it down below. She sent me a box of like a whole bunch of goodies and a whole bunch of books, and this is the one that she chose for me for her new adult and annotated in it. I think this is the one I want to start reading because I don't know, she's telling me a lot about it, and I don't think she liked it very much, to be honest. I think she said it was like really cringy as far as the romance. So I don't know, I want to read it because I want to be able to talk to her about it before it gets to be too late and we kind of forget about it. I also ordered our Muggle Studies book club book for February, which is The Gravity of Us. So that should be coming in shortly. So once I get that, I will start that one. And I'm not sure exactly what day our live show is going to be for February, but we will let you know as soon as we have a date on Goodreads, Twitter, and of course our YouTube. So that is it for this update. I also need to catch up on Hannah's reading vlogs. I've got 3 of them that I haven't been able to watch because I didn't want to get spoiled for the books that she sent me, and they're all like 30 minutes. So I've got like an hour and a half of reading vlogs to watch, which is super exciting. So I think I'm gonna watch maybe one tonight, get a little bit of reading done, and then go to bed, and then update you guys later.
Hey guys, so today is going to be my last update. It is the following day, and I wanted to give you a quick update on my reading progress, and also I have an unboxing which I'm really excited about. I started Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. I'm not very far, I'm about 50 pages in so far, and I went back and I watched all of Hannah's old videos today. I had a lot of videos that I wanted to catch up on, and it's really funny because she was talking about how this book seemed really tropey and the romance was cringy. Now, I haven't gone to any romance yet because I'm only 50 pages in, but I can definitely see like the tropiness of this book. Like from the start, it's the like best friend's sibling trope where the main love interest or one of the main characters has a thing for her best friend's sibling or his best friend's sibling, you know, that like best friend sibling trope. I haven't read any books with that trope, but I have watched a lot of movies, and one movie that comes to mind is The Kissing Booth on Netflix. That movie is so freaking cute. If you want to watch a really cute YA romantic movie, that movie has that trope, and I think that they did it really well. So I'm curious to see how this book is going to do with that trope. I don't know. So far I'm having trouble connecting to the characters, and I know Hannah mentioned that, and I'm only 50 pages in, so you know, there's still so much time to connect. Like, I had trouble when I was reading The Deal and I was 50 pages in. I was kind of at this point right now where I was like, ooh, I could either really like this book or I could really not like this book. So we'll see. But one thing I will say is when I was watching Hannah's videos and when she was talking about like the romance and like the characters and their relationship, I was getting like flashbacks when I read On Dublin Street. So I'm like, this doesn't bode well so far. Just, she was talking about like the male character being a little bit aggressive or too controlling and cringy romance, but it was giving me flashbacks to when I read that book On Dublin Street. And if you watched our book awards or if you watched any of my vlogs at the end of 2019, then you know I absolutely hated that book. I was the worst romance book I have ever read, and the fact that I am getting flashbacks or I'm thinking about that book while Hannah is like describing her thoughts, I'm worried. I'm really worried. But she ended up rating it, I think, like a 3 out of 5 stars. So I'm actually, you know what? I don't know what she rated it. I should ask her. I don't know if she rated it a 3 or 4 out of 5 stars. But anyways, I am 50 pages through and I do want to get a little bit more of it read tonight before I go to bed, and that way I can form like a better opinion. So the next exciting thing is I did get my book for our Muggle Studies book club pick for February, and I'm really, really excited to read this one. So the book is The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper. Oh, and it looks like Becky Albertalli wrote a little quote about this book. I'm so starry-eyed for this wise romantic gem of a book. Aw, I really, really loved Becky Albertalli's Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. One of my favorite books, and it was adapted to a movie, and it's one of my favorite movies. Love, Simon. So I'm really excited to read this. I honestly don't know much about it. I just know that this is a high school male-male romance, I want to say. And when Hannah and I saw that this was getting released in February, and we read the synopsis and just kind of got like a quick glimpse of what it's about, we just thought it was just, you know, right up our alley, and we really wanted to get it for this live show. We don't have a day for a live show yet, but we will definitely keep you posted. This book shouldn't be too long. Let's see, it is, without any spoilers, 314 pages. Okay, 314 pages. I love the cover. I think it's gorgeous. Purple is one of my favorite colors, so slap purple on a cover, I'm gonna love it. I also love pink as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. So I think this is gonna be a really good one, hopefully. So that is it for this reading vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm so excited to read all of these books. I've got so many books to read, thanks to Hannah. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time in another video. Bye!